Hi Maniacs, it's Marc and Rommel here again. We're just going to go through the first stage of our cleaning videos. So generally when we start cleaning our car, we start with the wheels. There's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, your wheel cleaner tends to not like water being on the wheel. It acts a lot better. The product works a lot more effectively if it's not wet. Thing with wheelie cleaner though as well is once you get it on there, you don't want it sitting for too long, then you've got to get it off. So what we'll do is we'll just demonstrate. The reason we're using this product is that it actually helps to break down the ions and some of those hard to remove products associated with brake dust and the contaminants that you get on your wheel. The other thing is, like, wheels being some of the dirtiest parts of your car, cleaning those first is obviously advantageous. Got a few motorbikes coming here as well. Alright, so when you're applying, guys, just gotta make sure you've got the nozzle from off to on. And then it's just generously applying it around the wheel, trying to make sure that you're covering all the surfaces of it and just letting it sit. You'll actually see that it'll start to change colour now, so it goes about a purplish sort of colour as it starts to act. I'm just going to go around and spray the other wheels and I'll get Rommel to talk about how we agitate that.
So our next step here is, normally this will sit approximately about 30 to 40 seconds. You don't want it too much. In direct sunlight, would not recommend it, because once this thing sets, and even when you say you're driven for an hour or so and then you get it home, you do not want to be applying this product because it will cake on really quickly. So you've got to be very careful with this product. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use this brush to get into the middle bits of the wheel well. And to do that, we're just going to put a bit of pre-wash in there. It's no job. Could be anything that you guys got around, any car shampoo. And we don't use too much of it because it doesn't really need it. So just put a bit in there, swish it around. And then all this flathead does is actually gets in the middle, and you're actually scrubbing the actual well of the tyre. You're not scrubbing the actual spokes. And as you can see, it's all coming out.
We do have one of the grit guards there at the bottom of the bucket as well, guys, so what you'll notice is when Rommel dips this off, there's going to be a lot of grit and sediment that actually comes off this, and it's going to drop down the bottom of that bucket and it's going to sit beneath that grit guard as it settles. Okay, and that's the reason we use that grit guard in the bucket, is to make sure that those gritty bits don't come back up and get all over your nice clean tool. So then for this one here, guys, if you don't have a pressure washer, you don't need one, you can just wash this off with hose pressure with any sort of a nozzle attachment. I have a gurney myself, so this is mine, and I prefer to use the gurney. It just gets it off a little bit more effectively. So just a matter of pointing at the wheel, just make sure you're getting off this whole product, and just sort of, I've got the car attachment on it, so it's actually not as high pressure as your one that you'd use to strip off the grime off your concrete. So you can get in nice and low. And that's one wheel done. Move on to the next one.
So guys, why we use this very specific tool thing is because of the fact that a lot of your brake actually sits inside the well of the wheel. So scrubbing it out would make it a lot cleaner. So when you drive out from your wash, you don't have specks flicking everywhere. So if you can have a quick look at this bucket. So what we've got in here is a lot of that grime, and if you can see, there's a fair bit of black there, there's a fair bit of brake dust there. You do not want that getting back into your other wheels. So the grit guard is there to keep a lot of that sediments down on the bottom as you actually wash the tool and your bits and pieces of the car. So
The
That's
easiest
what
way
it's
to
used
make
for.
your microfiber tools and your rags last a lot longer, guys, is just make sure you clean them after every time you use them. So it's just a matter of just rinsing them off with water, making sure that you don't allow the products and the grit and stuff like that to dry on it. That's when they start to die a lot quicker. So if you just give them a good rinse out, make sure that you're not getting any soap or suds, then just give them a bit of a flick out, so that way they're all fluffed back up. Allow them to dry. They'll last a lot longer for you.